General Grievous and his Death Tunnel defenses are holding incredibly strong against the 501st and 212th Clone Trooper legions. Clone Troopers are dying by the thousands in this Death Tunnel, so much so that they're running out of troopers to field. It is pure calamity out here. The Clone Trooper army is absolutely devastated, and they're going to need reinforcements if they want to continue their siege on the Super Fortress. Luckily for them, the Wolfpack has arrived with their tank brigade ready to invade. The clones still hold the exterior walls and will be launching more invasions of General Grievous's interior defense. But simultaneously, the droids have reinforcements of their own, coming in from the side and counterattacking the clone trooper siege of the Super Fortress. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down below. Now let's get right on into this thing. Real quick, huge thank you to Instant Gaming for sponsoring this video. They have literally the best deals in gaming. I use it all the time. If you like Star Wars games, Lego Star Wars for $2. Star Wars Battlefront 2 for $9. One of my favorite Star Wars games, Jedi Knight Jedi Academy, $1.70. If you want to play the Star Wars Galaxy at War mod, Men of War Assault Squad 2, $3. Extremely popular games can be up to 99% off. Link in the description below. Thank you to Instant Gaming for sponsoring the channel. Thank you guys for watching. Let's get into the video. Alright boys, let's go ahead and press start here. This is, of course, a bit of a rare battle on the channel. We don't have these full-scale tank invasions very often here. They're extremely hard to balance, but I think I did a pretty good job. The Seppies, of course, have more vehicles because most of their vehicles are weaker than the Republic vehicles, but at the same time, the Republic vehicles are stronger, so they don't need as many to go against the Seppies here. And we've already got those tri-droids popping right now. There was a big argument in the last few comment sections about if that's truly a tri-droid or an octuple droid or something like that, but I'm still fairly certain it's tri-droid. Don't quote me on that, but I think it is. You can let me know in the comments. I could still be wrong. I don't know. Either way, Gat tank's out here as well. Pretty fun tank to see. I believe it's only available in Legends, though. I don't think it's official lore anymore. I think it used to be, and then the whole Disney thing happened, and now it's all changed. Either way, the Super Fortress is potentially getting relieved for either side here. Either the Separatists are going to be gaining more troopers for their defense, or the Republic is going to be gaining the Wolfpack for their offensive here. And we can go ahead and check out how the 501st and 212th are currently coping. So they've got free roaming soldiers down here, and they should be leading assaults up this way. And yes, they are. They're still going up against this choke point defense that General Grievous has had for the last battle. And you can see Grievous kind of roaming around back here. Where'd he go? Where'd you go? Oh, there he is. He's vibing. So these guys are basically waiting while the battle behind them goes on for their reinforcements, which hopefully will come soon. But right now, both sides losing vehicles on the battlefield. More vehicles coming in from the back lines for both the droids and the clones. We can see back here. More ATTEs as well as TXs coming on in, and for the droids, more tri-droids, more GATs, more snail tanks, and more AATs coming on in. There's also quite a bit of infantry free roaming on the battlefield. These guys disembarked from the MTTs, of course, and we do have some super battle droids on the battlefield as well. And then for the clones, we've got troops that jumped on out of the ATOTs from the Wolfpack, of course. It looks like they're all disembarked now. I don't think we had any mass casualties of clone infantry this time around like we've had in the past, and these guys have all deployed. You can see these Falchion tanks that have entered the battlefield just tearing it up with their laser cannon. Such brutal tanks, man. They are seriously, seriously deadly. Either way, once again, this map was made by Warfare Gaming. I'll put the link in the description below to his channel if you want to go ahead and check it out. He makes the best cinematics in the Men of War game, baby, for sure. I don't consider myself making cinematics. I make more so like tournament commentary videos and stuff like that with battle simulators, not cinematics. So if you want to go see some true art, go check out Warfare Gaming. Tell them I sent you. Either way, MTT is starting to push forward here. They're not the most effective tanks, but they can do some damage, and it looks like this one is spraying down an ATTE right in front of it, while its GAT tank friend and snail tank start working on, well, that Falchion's popped, so you can stop shooting that. Maybe go for the turbo tank behind? That could be a good idea. These things are pretty deadly, but they do have trouble kind of keeping up on the battlefield because they're so sluggish, and obviously this one's just spraying rounds left and right over and over again, not really concentrating its fire on anything. We've still got a bunch of GAT tanks, AATs, and more back here still getting revved up to attack. And of course the clones still have a ton of ATTEs available to them and TXs. Most of their Falchion tanks have been popped at this point. That's probably a good thing. They are so good at anti-tank that, yeah, it's really important you wipe those off the face of the earth before anything happens. Well, this isn't Earth, but you know what I'm saying. All right, how's the top attack defense thing going over here? Not very well. 501st and 212th had about 60 soldiers, I believe, so not a crazy amount, but it looks like they have nearly all been wiped out. Ooh, just like rocketed me up the fortress. Yeah, these guys are clearly taking him out pretty decently, and General Grievous is still advancing. He's, I don't think, made contact with the clones at all. I think it's mainly just the droid infantry chopping them down once again within this super fortress choke point defense. It's just such a powerful little area that has been so impossible for the clone troopers to actually attack here. This is a true choke point defense, unlike that Endor bunker that we fought in the other day where the clones got wiped out when they tried to replicate a choke point defense. So rip potato chip to these clone troopers. We still have a few along these trench lines here and maybe over here. Yeah, there's still a bunch actually over here. Oh, wait, hold on. A bunch of them backed off and are now below the fortress. Interesting. Okay, 212th, 501st. I don't know what you're doing, but right now the Wolfpack is trying in vain to save your butts, and they are suffering heavily. We got down to ATTEs on the battlefield now, and it takes a lot to kill an ATTE. This one right here is on fire currently. Oh my goodness, this entire Super Fortress assault plan that the clones have done over the past few videos has gone horribly awry. This has not been a good few battles for the clones in the slightest, but they've still got a chance. I mean, the droids do have a ton of vehicles still coming forward, but never underestimate the power of ATTEs. We've still got 3 fully equipped ATTEs back here. We still got a bunch of TXs. We got some ATOTs still alive. There goes another ATTE right there, though, so that's definitely not the best thing in the world. You hate to see that go down, but it is what it is, my guy. And let's not forget the big boy turbo tanks still alive up here as well. These things can die, trust me, but they do take quite a bit to kill. So, you know, they're still kicking for right now. Both of them, in fact, I believe. And these things just have such powerful armor. It's pretty impressive. And this one right here is like body blocking for the ATTEs behind it. So it's vibing. It truly do be vibing. GAT tank over here exploding in fire, and it looks like a number of AATs are actually pushing this way, so maybe these 501st and 212th troopers might end up having to tango with a couple of tankos over this way. I am seeing some rockets from either super battle droids or battle droid infantry going into ATTEs as well. The clone Wolfpack infantry, oh, there we go. Now they're firing some rockets. There you go. Yeah. They are still involved on this here battlefield. The infantry is just so dwarfed by the total tanks on the battlefield that it makes it hard to kind of see what they're doing, but I'm guessing they're making at least minute impacts on the overall battle here. At least somewhat. Yeah, like, I mean, this snail tank's getting hammered away by some fire right there. Actually, I think it just blew up, so I think that is donezo. MTT, another one that's really hard to kill, and so that might take some time to actually be destroyed, but that turbo tank is certainly working on it right there, so good to see from that. Lots of fire still going out from both sides, lots of reinforcers still coming in from both sides. It's really anyone's game. Another ATTE popped right there, though. That's never good to see. Got a couple of TXs and an ATOT kind of flanking around the side here. That's good. Yeah, we just have one GAT tank over here, and it looks like more MTTs, but that's not really much. Oh, and then one snail tank, which is dead now, but totally just bonsai'd this turbo tank, trying to cut it off in its kneecaps there. Is the super tank still alive? That's a real question. Super tank is still alive. It's only got 9 infantry kills, so it's not really done anything against the enemy tanks, but if it gets more rocket fire out, it could be absolutely devastating. All right, Grievous, baby, what are you up to? All right, he has destroyed the 501st and 212th up here. No more infantry over here. These infantry looks like they got sniped by cannons, but we still have some 212th infantry back this way that Grievous could go after, and a bunch of really cowardly infantry over here for the 501st and 212th. You know what? Why don't we go ahead and put them on no retreat mode, because for some reason they keep retreating back. So they're no longer allowed to retreat back. If we look at the minimap right now, blue are clone troopers left alive, red are droids left alive. Still, the clone troopers are outnumbered. They've got a lot of infantry on the ground still, which is very, very good to see. And of course, they still have the more powerful tanks, aka the 3 ATTEs that are completely fresh on the battlefield coming in, that could be really, really devastating. So I still have good hope for the clone troopers here. I think the droids, though, are in a fairly solid situation right now, where they've done some pretty devastating things to the clone trooper lines, and they could continue to do so over the course of the rest of this battle. So why don't we go ahead and do a little time lapse here as these two sides just continue to pour fire into each other, and we'll check back in after that time lapse. Alright, during that time lapse, we really didn't see too much of a change here. Both sides still just kind of going at it. We do have some more dead TXs over this way. Those ATTEs are just kind of chilling back here right now, though. I'm not sure. They're not advancing forward. The droid reinforcers also not really advancing forward too much. We got a few tri-droids and AATs still alive over here. Shelling. It looks like an ATOT over this way did end up getting popped. Those do take quite a bit to pop, so I'm actually kind of surprised those ended up going down there. In fact, actually, the lag isn't too bad. Maybe we can go into semi-normal speed here. Oh, turbo tank. Oh, careful. The ATT might land on it. No, it's not going to. Okay. That would have been kind of funny, though. I'm not going to lie. That would have been kind of sick. Where's Grievous? Where's the Greavy baby? Where's my mans? I honestly don't know. Where is Grievous? My boy. Did he, like, wander off somewhere? You know, he's always doing that. He might have just wandered somewhere, and that's that. I don't... Where did Grievous go? Oh, wait. I see one blue figure over here. Oh, it's definitely Grievous, right? Did Grievous just take out? Oh, my God. Oh, Grievous. Oh. And out of the fire comes the Mad General himself. What the heck? Well, all of a sudden, the Wolfpack Infantry now has a bit of a threat to deal with as General Grievous just pops out of nowhere. Oh, they're hitting him straight with those rockets. They are not messing around with those rockets. God dang. Okay, sir. All right. Oh, that's one way to take out a hero unit, is to grenade and rocket him to death. Oh, but Grievous isn't going down without a fight. He kills a clone trooper right there, rebounds a grenade, runs away. He's still getting absolutely shot up, though. Oh, he's on the ground. He's back up. He might be concussed. I think he's dead. He did die. Yeah. He is no moss. Okay. Grievous with the mad dash in. I'm not sure, he might have killed that TX. Oh. Actually, an entire ATOT's worth of clones did die over here. Oh, shoot. I didn't notice that. Okay, rip to them, dude. Holy cow. Alright, Grievous is still, like, glitching over here, and it's distracting the clones. He is dead, though, by the way, so I'm going to delete him there. So he stops distracting the clones. I think these Seppi vehicles are just kind of hanging around in the back, but they're constantly getting peppered by Republic fire. We are just kind of in this slugfest mode where each side is still strong. They're definitely obviously weakened from the start of the battle, but they're strong enough that both sides is still getting licks in and still getting shots in, and any vehicle that sort of approaches from too close ends up getting killed eventually here, just like this AAT right there. So rip to that. But yeah, I mean, I think it's still kind of anyone's game here. We'll go ahead and maybe do another time lapse. Yep, more Republic vehicles exploding over there, more AATs exploding over here. I think it's just a slugfest for the next few rounds. Oh my god, okay, so big things are happening as the ATTE relief has finally made it to the fence line here, along with a couple TXs, and they've started to really pour in the fire on these backline droids that have just been spamming this whole time. So these guys are getting absolutely cooked now that the Republic reinforcements finally made it to the front line. You know, I have to say, at first I thought the droids were winning this, but then those reinforcements coming in and just absolutely decimating these guys is a very, very big deal. If you look at the main map, blue are droids left alive, red are clones. So there's still more droid infantry on the battlefield all throughout the woods and stuff like that over here. We still got some droid tanks. The super tank finally did bite the dust there. But yeah, droid infantry is still pretty prevalent. Still got a few more tanks like this guy over here. And then we've got these droids up here as well in the choke point defensive area. We've got some clone 501st and 212th troopers returning to the battlefield. Finally, it's about dang time. You guys took your time there, huh? And the turbo tank's still cooking still cooking nicely. They're about the same as super tanks in order to kill. However, not quite as powerful as the super tank in terms of weaponry. The turbo tanks aren't really all that great at killing things, I will say. They're decent against lighter tanks like AATs, but beyond that, they have a lot of trouble. But the super tank with those rockets is just absolutely devastating, and I almost guarantee, yeah, because there is rocket pot fire here, I almost guarantee that's what killed these guys in the ATOT. That's almost a guarantee. Either way, it seems like the Republic is definitely winning this thing now, and I think they will win in the long run. This thing is like farting out beams of fire here. Might actually get killed by this Tri-Droid. It's definitely concussed by it now. Let's see. Oh, it might clap back. No, I don't know what it's doing. There's a little bit of droid infantry around it, but I don't think they have rockets at the moment. So that's probably a moot point. Probably not going to do all that much. There's also some GAT tanks still alive back here. GAT tanks pretty powerful on the battlefield. I mean, not incredible, but they're decent enough. Clone infantry fire actually starting to come in against some of the droid infantry over here, actually causing quite a bit of lag. But yeah, I think maybe a couple more clone vehicles die, but I think overall they're going to crush the remaining droids. So let's just watch that happen. Alright, the Giga Tank battle here is pretty much over, and now it's basically just droid infantry. There is one tank somewhere around here. Where is it? What? Oh, it's this one. Oh, okay. Map is so big, the minimap proportions are really confusing. This is still somehow alive. The Republic still hasn't killed it. The Republic really doesn't have that many tanks left. This is actually dead. All of the crew has been killed out of it. This is still alive. Actually, Republic's not doing too hot either. The turbo tanks are both heavily damaged, so I think their main guns don't work anymore. Actually, it's almost entirely an infantry invasion. This tank is dead. This tank is still alive. This is the only ATTE still alive. That's crazy. Okay, that's wild. So it really is an infantry battle at this point. Okay. I didn't realize the Republic had also lost a lot of their stuff. All right, we gotta go semi-slow motor. We might crash here. But yeah, it seems like a lot of the Republic fixtures have died as well, and I just didn't realize that. It must have been droid bazooka fire, I'm guessing. Considering the fact that the droids really didn't have a lot of vehicles left, I'm guessing droid bazookas managed to take them out for the most part. Oh, that main gun is still working then for that turbo tank, which is good. Clones really don't have a ton of infantry themselves. They've got a little bit up here, it seems, amongst the wreckage. And then, of course, they've got the 212th and 501st, who has finally returned to the battlefield. But they're getting clapped around a little bit, too, here. So, yeah, still a little bit of battle to go. It might end up being kind of a draw again, I'm not going to lie. Which is crazy, but that seems to be the way that this is going. Which is nuts. I mean, it's been a very long battle. It's one of those battles that's more like long-term just because of all the assets on the battlefield and stuff like that. But yeah, this is crazy. All right, it might end up being a bit more of a draw again because, again, tanks can't go up here. The infantry's getting slaughtered up here, so the choke point might just survive. It's basically that the droid reinforcements aren't going to be able to make it into the fortress is going to be the result of this battle, more than likely. But let's let it play again. Wow, this thing is still going. It looks like that Tri-Droid did eventually die out. There's still clones out here. There's still droids out here. But I think droid infantry is now lessened over here more so than the clones. We got a lot of clones approaching from this side. Some Wolfpack troopers, also 501st and 212th back there. So quite a number. DC-15X Clo with 4 kills. Not too bad. Not too bad. DC-15X ruling the world per usual. But yeah, just sort of a scattered droid defense over here now. I think this is definitely going to be a clone exterior victory, but the droids are still going to hold the interior of the fortress. So the next battle, we're going to need to figure out what's going to happen with that. But let's go ahead and watch to the end. Alright guys, the clones have slaughtered the droids. There's like a squad or so remaining. We'll send them over this way because, you know, they're just doing nothing right now. So we'll have them go attack the clone force, but it's pretty clear the clones, having at least one turbo tank still alive and an ATOT, have won this. Plus, they have more clone troopers than there are battle droids. But the problem is, up here, still captured. There's zero chance the limited number of clones over here would ever be able to get through that. So I think what we're going to need to do is have you guys let me know in the comments section what we do in the next video. How do we deal with the remaining droids in the choke point area of the super fortress? Should we have the clones develop a new strategy to try and take them and Grievous out, because I'm sure Grievous will be able to limp his way back into the fortress, or what? You know, what do you think should have happen in the next episode? Either way, guys, that's the end of the droids right there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.